welcome back to another video. We're here in Wainuiaru. This is going to be the start of round 2 of the gravel series. We're out slightly east of Marston at the moment. It's probably about a 10-15 minute drive from Marston town. And this here is where we're going to start the race from. So Wainuiaru School's there, a lot of parking for cars down both bits of the road. And we're hoping to get into the Wainuiaru Hall for registration, coffee, have some bikes on display and some bike industry partners and stuff to come out here. So for this round, we're going into a private forest in the Namu. For the last few years, the ACM Club have run a Namu gravel grind from the Kurau end of this forest. We're going to go to the top end of this forest this time and kind of mix it up. And I reckon this course is going to be really cool. From here you head down this road and then you take a right and you just basically follow your nose the whole way to the forest. It's about 6.5-7 k's before you hit the gravel, and then there's about a 3k section of open road gravel, and then you're in a private forest for the entire rest of the race, whether you do 1, 2 or 3 laps, that is. We're going to drive to the start of the gravel and then we're going to go for a bit of a ride and then have a look around the course. We're starting our ride at the end of the road, but you're about 6.5-7 k's in here and you hit this absolutely sick bridge. So once you see this bridge, you're off road for the entire time until you see this bridge again. So you're going into the forest and you're doing multiple laps depending on how many laps you do, and then once you see this bridge again, you're heading home. This bridge is a pretty cool place to ride your bike. You obviously can't go on the old bridge because it looks like it's about to fall down, but she is very steep. Be a hell of a long drop down there. Yeah, this is just the start of all the cool stuff that you'll get to see on this ride. This route is definitely more scenic than the other two, but the other two are going to be a lot faster. It's been raining on and off for the last 4 days, so I think it's going to be a very good test to see how muddy it is, because this course, I don't know if it's going to be faster on a gravel bike or if it may even be faster on a cross-country mountain bike. It's going to be very interesting, but yeah, it's already muddy on this road, so it's going to be real muddy when we get into the forest. Right, this is the J&L gate, so this from here on out is all private. So from where we started, only 3.2 k's down the road. And then we basically follow along Namu Road. People who did the last series would remember Namu Road from all the way at the bottom end, which is like, I don't know, 15 k's from here. We're obviously right at the top end now. From here the gravel does get a little bit thicker, a lot more corrugation, and we turn left and go right into the forest. Here we have first turn into the bush, quarry road, and then over this little bridge. It's definitely wet through here, but it's still pretty firm under the tyre so far, so obviously had the water sludging around, but not too bad so far. Still very gravelly. Down, tree down. And now we're properly into the forest, and it's like this for the next few k's. First nasty wee climb, sitting at 15%. E-bike's dominating me. 16%, 17%. This is by far the best part of the course, just absolutely hooking down this decent. It's wet, but it's absolutely fine on the gravel bike. Flying. Woohoo! Go through the S-bend, and then you gotta take a sharp left up here, and then the long climb starts up Taipo Road. And there we go, about to start the long climb. It's about 1 kilometre of climbing, but only 500 metres at the end. and it's all in red if you can see that. Ooh, all right, almost at the top of the big climb up, longer one. Probably about 5-6 minutes for the average person. Kenny sends Fouché up here, probably like 2 minutes for him. But once you get to the top, you get rewarded with a pretty nice descent, which I'm looking forward to. And that's pretty much where you come back out of the forest. If you get to this point, you see the hole in the wall and you've gone left, you've gone the wrong way. Head back down this hill and then you take a left onto the other prong of the internal course. Holy shit! Holy shit! Stop, 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 stop! I was literally on that climb, I was like, oh, I bet you're gonna see a stag or a deer and you're not gonna film it, but I definitely filmed that. And if you're also scared of getting hit by a deer, you don't have to worry about it because we're going to have a side-by-side as the lead car. So obviously it's going to scare off any wildlife that may run in front of you. Well, fingers crossed. But yeah, for this round we're going to have the filmer filming the whole race with my mate on the side-by-side also as the lead car. And then we'll also have paramedic out on the course on a side-by-side or a ute or something, in case anyone needs any assistance or has a little bit of a spill. But yeah, you got to admit, this course is just beautiful. Like, you're under the canopy of the bush for most of the race. It's definitely a once a year experience to be able to ride through a private J&L forestry bot like this. So if you are interested, make sure you get entered. So this is the only part of the course where you cross over. So through this section, obviously that's all the forestry section back there. You've got to stay on the left because there could be riders coming back for their second or their third lap. Dollar Rocha Road, and this is the little prong for the back side of the course through here. This bit of the course is going to be probably the fastest section. All gravel through here, just kind of whips around, a little bit of a climb and then back in, and then you can start your second or your third lap, or you can head back to the start finish. Just under 200 watts, sitting pretty comfortably, just about 30 k's an hour down here. Pretty fast going. This side of the course is like definitely more suited for the faster gravel bikes, but that back end definitely a cross-country mountain bike. Right, and that is the end of the internal loop. That's exactly 17 k's. It's taken us an hour and 4 minutes and we've been faffing around. So I'd say for like the general rider, probably about 50 minutes per lap, depending on how many laps you're going to do. And then I'm maybe in and out another 25 minutes each way, depending on how fast you go. Like the fast guys will probably get back to the finish from here because it's pretty much slightly downhill the whole way in like 10-12 minutes. But yeah, I think it's definitely the most interesting course that we have to offer. Potentially do this one twice rather than the other one, but obviously it is a wee way out. But I think it's definitely worth it. Some seriously cool gravel along here. And we've just done one lap and look how dirty my bike is. But it's one of those things, you don't buy a gravel bike just for it to sit in the shed. You want it to be used and you actually want it to be covered in mud. That's what they're for. So yeah, that's a little bit of an insight on the course for round 2.